Well, welcome people back to the stream. Just had a great workout session at the gym. So let's continue our journey on Serial the Tauren Druid. So we just posted some stuff on the auction house before we logged off the last time. So I got pretty much a lot of gear over here. I'm gonna go buy Frolmar and or those are alt for P1, so I might as well buy some regular gems for those. Let's see here. What the cost is of these Ruined Blood Garnets. That's free. Okay, do I have any? I can buy 2 more Ruined Blood Garnets. That is an alt for that, so I can buy Teardrop Blood Garnet. Dude, these are cheap. They're actually super cheap. I might as well throw 3 of them into the headpiece as well. So there we go. There we go. Okay, so now I don't really need to go to Frolmar and buy those shitty ass gems. Let's see, where's the ruined? There we go. So there we go. Let's head back to Outland. While this Hearthstone is going, I'm just gonna do a quality check on the sound of the stream itself. So there we go. Let's head back to Outland while this Hearthstone is going. There we go. Boom. So let's head out questing a little bit. But before we do that, I'm just gonna make sure to queue us up for some dungeons, healing damage, and we're in the mana tubes farming phase right now. So it's just to queue us up and see what's going on. Yesterday I did a little bit of questing in around the Cenarian Thicket. I got an invite to a good group though, so we're gonna head back there and do some questing. See the noobs dying from fall damage. So right now we're actually level 65 on the Druid. Last time I left you guys I was 63, so I pushed 2 levels off stream. And it's actually going by pretty fast, so we're gonna be grinding this guy up to level 70 in pretty much no time. So we're gonna be swapping some gear here. Good, and swap spec as well. So my mana regen can kick in before we're at the questing site. So like I said, I had a great gym session today. Headed out, did some... I had to do some pulse testing. I was passed out like last week. So I've been in doing some heart scans and stuff. So, but nothing's actually, nothing's wrong. But I need to push myself and see a little bit where are the limits, like how is my body responding to higher pressure training. So I did some assault bike, some rowing machine, some skiing machine, and combined that with some eccentric strength training. So I dropped the weights a little bit, but I increased the time under tension. So it was a good session. I think I did strength for about 45 minutes and pushed my pulse for about 25 minutes. So a good session there. So let's see, what else do we have? I need one more sample of one of these guys. There we got an absolute unit of a player. Let's see, here we go, Thermophs. So that's, come on, drop. Oh, first kill, last drop. Oh, what a wonderful time to be alive. What an absolutely wonderful time to be alive. So today we're gonna probably aim to... The goal is to get to level at least 66 before I need to head off, because like I said, I think I mentioned it, I have golf with the lads in about 2 or 3 hours. So I hope that we can, push on so we can get level 66 before the golf, and then I might be able to make another push after the golf as well. So let's see. This is pretty interesting to do without rested XP, because I need to figure out my own route. I'm actually gonna drop down the audio just a little bit. Let's see, put down the ambience there. There we go. So I think it's smarter to find this guy and then go up and do the Arakoa quests and then head down over here. Oh, speaking of the devil. Treants, absolute units. Just see, that's so sick. Level 70 Orc Shaman. That's what I'll be making the next time, but not an Orc female Shaman. I'll be going for the Orc male Shaman. Okay, so you want me to go... Okay, so I'll run in here and turn in this quest, and then we'll head out to the Arakoa stuff. So as you can see on this guy, I got pretty much of my tier 2 gear when I stopped playing this character in Anniversary left. Which is, I think it's pretty dope. Oh, invite, let's see. Let's see. Mana tombs, question mark. Because you never know about these guys. Okay, so these guys wants me to play balance. That's pretty dope. Not gonna lie. Oh, they're already in. Should I run? Okay, so these guys made a deal with this paladin right here. Elf face. He's level 70, as you can see. he gets all the greens as payment for tanking level 65 mana tubes. That's well, it's pretty interesting to me, at least. So they're gonna summon me, so now I can go up and start questing at the Arakoa boys. In the meantime, purify the altar. Perfect. Let's see if I even can handle 2 mobs as a balanced druid. Oh, there's the summon. Oh, the Starfire crits. So, back to Mana Tomb spamming. You know, I remember doing this when TBC came out in February. I was such a fucking degen on my other druid. I would just do dungeons all the time. I don't even think I did one quest from level 60 to 70. And I was bored out of my fucking mind after a couple of, you know... I think it's like after 8 or 7 slave pens runs, I was like, this is fucking bullshit. Okay then, let's see these boys here. Bloodtooth, Troll Rogue, what legend, we got Morgim, Undead Warlock, Raphaelos, Druid, Healer, and we got Elf Face. Champion of the Naru, an absolute boomer. Taking all the greens for people. Well, at least we get the XP in. I got rested probably up until 50%, so that's gonna be good. Let's pump. I don't have the right ring. I had one ring that was the wrong one, so now we're completely ready. There we go, pop the trinket, get the treats out, and then it's just to start the spam, help the melee out. Boom. Boom. Oh, reflect. Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on, 0 seconds, there we go. Boom. Boom! Oh, big Starfire crits. Big Starfire crits, and the healer died. Great. Oh, might as well combat rest this guy. Being a good druid, I'm not gonna give him innervate though. That's mine. Boom. Ah. Well, the healer's gonna have to do something, so you know, I might as well just kill myself with the Starfire. Top damage, boys. First boss, Starfire. I don't even know what this rogue is doing. This is, you know, I never encounter these things when I'm healing myself, because everything is just going by so smoothly. This druid actually has a little bit of gear, not gonna lie. Okay, Okay, then let's get Fairy Fire out there, but not on all the mobs. That's gonna be pretty much impossible. Instead, I'm gonna do Hurricane. Why isn't this Druid in tree form? Why is he doing human form? Starfire. Oh, Starfire critting. That's... Oh, again. Oh, for 3 in a row. Oof. Gotta keep that Nature's Grace ticking. Gotta keep that Nature's Grace ticking. So this is actually, you know, I played a little bit of balance in regular classic as well, and you know, I'm just gonna be honest and say it, it's massively improved in TBC. Like massively improved. Let's see how big of a pull this guy wants to make. I can't even wait for like Wrath Pumpkins when Hurricanes doesn't have a cooldown. And we get like Starfall, so I can be the biggest, you know, troll in any group ever. Oh look, finally he jumped into healing form. What a legend. Let's War Stomp here. Yep. That's, you know, I think that Tauren Druids are way superior than Night Elf Druids. Just because the fact that they can, you know, like I did it, I can jump in on War Stomp. And when I War Stomp, I can, you know, just kick an entire party, entire group of mobs, help them out. This Druid healer is getting on my nerves. Like, why is he leaving? Why is he leaving tree form? That's interesting. And I'm, ooh, the fuck? I'm gonna have to beat a melee druid. Oh, big crits. Big crits. Where the fuck is the stream overlay? Oh shit, guys, I just realized that my overlay isn't really showing. Let me fix that right away. Let's go to pictures. And there we go. I'm just gonna make that a little bit smaller. A little bit bigger. There we go. I hate this fucking debuff. Shadow's Embrace, it silences me. And it ticks like a fucking truck. Okay, so the next pull here then. Pop the trees. Stun them all. There we go. Who fucking feared these guys? This is an interesting group, let me just tell you. Let's see if Elfface can keep some pace in this dungeon. I did this yesterday when I was healing with a Fury Warrior tank. That was spicy, let me tell you. Let's get Fairy Fire up on these guys, because that's the only thing I'm really good for. And then throw Hurricane, because Hurricane slows their attack speed. Which one has the... that one had the skull mark. Stun them all. Holy shit. Healer needs our... See, that's being a good druid, you know. Amun, healer zoom, and I'm throwing my innervate on the healer. That's being a good druid. This group is not fast at all. Did he just give me salve? Yeah, he did. Can't wait to get level 70 on this guy. You know, playing Boomkin is gonna be pretty fun at endgame. You know, I'm gonna be having both my resto spec, because I'm usually a main healer, and I'm gonna be playing primarily balance in raids, I think. And when I'm done leveling him, I'm gonna be starting to start my new chapter on a new character. I'm actually thinking about, like I said, an Orc Shaman, just to make sure that I can play Elemental in PvP and PvE, and off-heal with resto. So it's gonna be an exciting summer. Hopefully it's raining a lot, so I can stay inside and game without, you know, feeling too much of a bad conscience about stuff. Jesus Christ, can this guy just go? There we go. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Here we go. Let's put up Fairy Fire on the priority targets and Hurricane. And I'm I'm not used to being guys. I never as a healer. As a DPS, I'm constantly. Let's stun these guys. So that they can kill them. Good, here down 43% into the level. He's actually going to do the escort quest afterwards as well, which is rare. People usually just run in to get the XP. I always notice that this dungeon is pretty oftenly, pretty often farmed for a enchanting recipe, which is why they're like 70s here running all over the place. So full mana, let's see what this guy can do. Our warlock is just doing Rain of Fire. And I'm again. Mana burn, mana burn. These mobs fucking suck, dude. Here we go. The difference between you can really notice this, like a difference between a smooth group and a group like this is like massive. Like if people just would pull consistently and not, as a healer, blow all your mana, position yourself in a way that you could drink whilst your teammates are pulling the next kinds of trash, you would never stop like you're doing here. Let's see. Get Fairy Fire up. Hurricane to slow their attack speed. And mana burns, so I'm can't do shit. Holy shit, like this is triggering some stress for me that this is going by so fucking slowly. Like, Jesus Christ, just go. I would just want to be like the baddest druid ever and just throw Moonfire at everything and be like, yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, big crits. Oh, 2 in a row. Ah, not 3 in a row. There we go. So you can see what I did there. That was like a rank 1 druid trick I learned the other week. Because you mainly want to be casting Starfire all the time on your targets. That's the highest spell coefficient that you have. When the mob drops down like sub 10% for a dungeon mob, or at least the mob is going to die before you get any sort of meaningful Starfire casts off. It's much better to just spam Moonfire, because the crit chance is pretty high, and it's instant cast with instant damage without travel time. So it's a pretty good way of, when you're getting down to like execute phases or like sub, let's say 5% on a boss, just spam Moonfire on that bad boy. So boss time, last boss, I absolutely crushed the damage. Let's see how I do this one. Tag bulls, get fairy fire up, pop my first trinket, pop my trees, get my dots up, and then we start pumping the starfire. Hell, refresh the dots, and keep pumping. Let's see here then, come on. No crits so far, and it's gonna be tough, but I'm climbing, getting close to that paladin, come on. Ah, fuck. Next trinket. Need to get new fairy fire up again. Come on, give me a crit, I need my nature's grace, come on. There we go. Top damage. Dots are up, I get one more starfire, and then we're just gonna go moonfire. Boom, 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 and top damage again. Staff of Polarities. Actually pretty good with hit rating, but you know, I'm just gonna press greed because I have Lockamere, and I just think that looks more badass, to be honest with you. So let's see, he's gonna go for a big pull this time. What a guy. So I'm gonna stun everything to help him out. I'm gonna give myself innervate, and then I'm gonna start blasting. Good crits. So let's see what's this guy's gonna figure out now. Okay, he just goes one side. What a weak pull. At least our warlock friend got happy over the Staff of Polarities. There we go, the XP keeps trickling in. 1290 per mob, soon halfway there. Ah, good crits. But this is actually, you know, if we're looking at this a little bit objectively, like this is a couple of months into TBC, and it still took me only like a couple of minutes to find a dungeon group. That's pretty speaking, you know, I think that's a really good thing. You know, people talk about how the game is dead and whatever, and I realized they released YouTube video a couple of days ago talking about how I think that the performance of the anniversary servers might be delaying Classic Plus because the player retention of these servers are absolutely through the roof. Like, it's absolutely through the roof. Which means that I think they need to release Wrath of the Lich King to be able to cash in on that hype before they release Classic Plus. Like, in my world, it wouldn't really make sense from a business perspective to not cash in on a Wrath release, even though like it's the re-release. But still, you know, I think it's gonna be absolutely massive. You know, people have been away from Wrath for a long time, and now they're gonna be heading back before Classic Plus, and also it will be kind of poetic too. After the end of the original trilogy, you know, just knowing that okay, now we're heading into something new, something unexpected, you know, something that all WoW players could sort of rally around instead of keeping us all on separate game modes, basically. Oh, I love the Starfire crits. Oh shit, sorry guys, I got a notification on my phone I had to check out, but the guys seem to be doing fine anyways. At least this elf face boy, he's gonna get some good disenchanting gear. But like, that's also a little bit of a funny thing about Classic Plus when you're looking at it, because you know it's a lot of speculation going around of what it's gonna be, but in the end, you know, nobody actually knows, because no, and it's like it's the thing when you're in my imagination, you know, Classic Plus is different to so many people. Like, every player has a version of Classic Plus themselves. So let's just say that 12 million people, or more than 12 million people, have played WoW throughout some time over the last, you know, 22 years or whatever the game has been out. Everybody has a different opinion on what Classic Plus actually is. So it's gonna be hard to get, you know, everybody happy. It's gonna be, I think, it's borderline impossible to get everybody happy, because everybody has a different version of what's good for them. So let's see, Spellbinder pull here, starting out strong, 3 crits with the Moonfires. Like, this Druid might be the slowest guy in the world to dispel poisons. He might be a new player. I'm not gonna judge. I've been there myself. Before, you know, you learn to dispel properly. Okay, so let's go next side here then. Stalker, Spellbinder. Oh shit, I need to dispel myself. There we go. Oh shit, did I just ninja pull? I fucking did just ninja pull. Oh shit. Well, maybe I can speed up this run a little bit. Why is this rogue slapping the mob from the front? Like, didn't you learn in melee school to stand behind the boss, like hello backstab or whatever? That should be like a rogue DNA to hit something from behind. So off we go. I'm gonna pop Bark skin here so I don't get interrupted on my Hurricane. And Hurricane has, like I said, it has a second effect. It's not just an AoE damage spell, it also slows the attack speed of all the targets, you know, like Thunderclap from Warriors, but it does it on unlimited amount of targets. So it's super sought after by tanks to, you know, get the Hurricane down. Make sure to make the mobs hit a little bit slower. So that's good. Let's see what's the friendly with the consortium. So I need to be honored with the consortium before I can move on to the next part of the rep grind. It's gonna be a fun one. And you know, this is what I ended up playing with. Fear is probably the most used CC by mobs in the Burning Crusade. Like, I can't really stress enough how good it is to have like a fear negating effect with you, like a shaman, like a priest. So that's also a little bit why I'm gonna be making an orc shaman as soon as this druid caps. You know, this guy, it's gonna be a fun series getting him raid ready. I'm planning on making a little bit of content out of it. You know, I have a guild ready, of course, but they're already clearing SSC, so I need to get up to their standards. And you know, as always, going through the raids, it's always going to be some funny moments. On the shaman, though, when I'm leveling that one up, that's going to be more of a zero to heroes kind of style of video, or video series, let's just say. I already started to, you know, draw out an outline for how the intro is gonna look for the Druid series. It's gonna be pretty sick, but you know, first of all, I gotta hit level 70. I got 5 levels to go, or 4.5 to be more precise. So as soon as that's done, you guys are gonna be seeing some Druid content on the channel that isn't just, you know, guides or average discussions. I'm actually going to be making a little bit of a story content of how this guy is going to go from absolutely trash to something worth calling a main character. Oh, the crits on the balanced druid is pretty juicy, not gonna lie. And that's, you know, just from hitting Starfire. I imagine you guys playing like like warlocks or mages or whatever. You're gonna say, hey, if you want to see real crits, play a real class. Don't just play this fucking bullshit druid, the jack of all trades. Let's use the next trinket. Boom, boom. Let's kill these guys. And you know, I'm gonna be honest, like, I've always leveled through TBC. You know, I started playing back in Wrath of the Lich King, the original one, not in 2022. But the thing that strikes me about TBC that's a good thing is that it's a lot of, you know, variety in the dungeons. Even though the dungeons that are located in the same place, they might look and feel a little bit samey. But, you know, there's so many different types of dungeons. So, for example, like you're farming slave pens, right? You're farming slave pens 10 times to get to level 64 or whatever, and get honored with the Sonaran Expedition, and then you're gonna change and run Mana Tombs or Alkali Crypts. Like, it's such a massive visual contrast from being in slave pens to being here. Then of course, you know, the dungeons in Alkendun kind of look a little bit samey themselves, but the environments are so diverse that, you know, when you're running like heroics and you're running different type of heroics all the time, like, it's impossible to get bored, in my opinion. The only way you get bored is when you're overgearing the content and, you know, you're just running through it to run through it. But as long as you're having it as a meaningful progression stone for yourself, then it's gonna be, you know, it's a lot of diversity, and I think that's a really good thing. Okay, let's get some mana. I only got 7 water left. Jesus. After we're done with this one, I'm gonna have to go and buy some water before we continue questing. Okay, so I'm gonna increase my own spirit by a little bit here. Get the Fairy Fire up. That's a priority, guys. Remember that, because it's also gonna help your treants out. Treants do melee damage, so make sure they scale off of spell power and they deal melee damage. So get your Fairy Fire up and make sure to pop a trinket before you pop them so that they get maximum benefit. Last boss of the dungeon. I've beaten the DPS of the other guys for the first 2. Let's see if I can beat the paladin for this one as well. I'm pretty doubtful though, because he can like cleave off of the ads. But I can only do my best. Oh, there we go. Heading up to the top. There we go again. Keep pumping. There we go. There we go. Pop a trinket. More moonfires. Some pretty innervate on myself. 2.8k. Ooh, frost protection potion, and I'm actually an alchemist, so I'm gonna need on that one. Now we're gonna do the escort. Like, I did this dungeon, I'm not gonna fucking lie, probably like 4 times yesterday. Not a single group wanted to do the escort quest. But now we're gonna finally do it. Now, since I have Questy, you know, I have auto accept on Questy, I need to be a little bit careful so I don't start everything before, you know, everybody is in position. So we're gonna go down here. I'm gonna be holding down shift. Complete. Like, did he start it? Oh, wow. Oh, here it is. There we go. Yes, there we go. Now everybody's got it. Okay, let's get this escort started then. Mr. Elf Face. These guys are never fast. Like, why can't they just be like regular mobs? Oh, here we go. A lot of guys coming up here. Let's throw down the hurricane. Like, and that's also, if we're gonna circle back to that little Classic Plus discussion, you know, I'm honestly not sure what class I would play when it's released. Because I've always like played hybrid classes, druids, shamans, priests, you know, these kinds of things. But getting into it, like, that is gonna be, I honestly don't know, because I need to like see the class changes, or because if we look at vanilla as it was, you know, if I was playing shaman or druid, I could only heal. That was the only thing I could do. But looking at like Season of Discovery, you know, I could do everything on all of my specs. Like, so that's gonna be interesting to see. And speaking of Season of Discovery, you know, I saw that the Fresh event is going live in 3 days on June 19th. I'm thinking about doing it. You know, maybe, you know, just joining in, seeing how it is. I only played phase 1 of Sod. I played a little bit of phase 2. You know, it was same old thing. You know, I wanted to play Sod first on my own. Started playing as Horde. That's how my old guildmates came over, and they of course started playing Alliance. So I dropped my Horde Druid and re-rolled to Alliance. And I played a little bit in Normagan, took a break, came back in Sunken Temple, leveled all the way to 50 with those terrible nightmare incursions. And once I hit level 50 and got the gear that I needed, I jumped into the first Sunken Temple raid with the guild. And the guild disbanded within like 1 hour of that. That was the last raid night of that guild. So after that I didn't even touch Sod like whatsoever. So I'm thinking about, you know, maybe I should try the Fresh event. You know, I watched some content on Sod, like I watched the Scarlet Enclave content, I've watched like different stuff, and it looks interesting, not gonna lie. But it's there again, like, do I really have the time to commit to that? I don't know, you know, because I want to get this druid to level 70 so I can raid on him. Once he's geared and, you know, it's into raid logging, then it's fine, but up until then I got some work to do. And other than that, you know, maybe I should go to, I don't know, play a shaman. Yeah, I want to play my TBC shaman as well. But we'll see. We'll see, you know, same thing there, you know, leveling to 25. doesn't take that long. Like, I can probably push that out in a night or two. But it's yeah, we'll see. Drop a comment down below if you're gonna try out the sod fresh project that Gusu and the guys are trying out. And if you are, like, what class are you gonna play? What are you looking forward to about it and stuff like this? Because I saw they were going Horde as well, and that sort of fits me pretty wonderful. it works wonders for me, you know. I enjoy playing Horde. Like, I don't know if you guys saw that video, but I had a little bit of a story time about how I left my guild on Alliance. Played with many of those guys for a couple of years, like some of them since 2019. Good people, all of them. In the end, you know, I just felt that I needed a change, and one part of that was that I wanted to play Horde. Like, I don't really vibe with the Alliance. Like, I just don't know why. But it is what it is, you know. So we'll see. Like I said, SOD sounds like a fun experience, even though, you know, you could buy the runes at level 1 last time I checked, but it sort of removes a little bit of the discovery aspect. But on the same time, you know, running around on a shaman at level 10, you know, being able to cast lava burst and stuff does sound kind of cool, if I'm not gonna lie. And the same thing, you know, balanced druids throwing Starfire and Star Search, instant cast Star Search. Ooh, I remember that in phase 1 back in original SOD. I would run around Ashenvale during the PvP event and just, you know, one tap people with my Star Searches. And, you know, getting that rune was pretty fun as well, because I decided to do it as soon as possible. So I heard about I was like in a Druid Discord. I heard about that rune. So we grouped up like five Druids and just ran to wetlands at like level 5 or something, and we got the rune. And then after that, we were just breezing through the leveling. '64, '65, '67. 67 Druid in Mana Tombs. I wonder what he's doing here. Like, what can he even get from as a Resto Druid here? There's literally nothing he could get. Literally nothing. Like, why would he even be here? Level 67, he should be farming the Caverns of Time dungeons just to, you know, get that wrap up there. And those shoulders that he has, they're dropping in Old Hillspread Foothills. I'm gonna be farming those like crazy, because I need to change out my Stormrage shoulders. And that's another thing when I'm, you know, thinking about it. Something I want to do on this Druid and on the Shaman that I'm gonna have at level 70 here is that I'm gonna unlock Naxxramas, and I'm going to get my full tier 3. I remember when I started Classic Anniversary, I had like this goal that I wanted to have a Tauren Druid with full Dreamwalker. And I quit during AQ40 because I had to move, and I didn't really pick the game back up again for a couple of months. So that was pretty shitty, not gonna lie. Like, I would have loved to have a full tier 3 set. But there's still time. You know, they haven't even announced what's happening after TBC. So I'm going to be farming that like crazy. So it's gonna be a fun time. You know, I'm gonna have those unobtainable transmogs after TBC is over. If I'm lucky though. You know, I might as well just run Nax over and over again without ever, you know, seeing something. Who knows? But we'll see. It's gonna be fun either way. So finally we're at this end of this fucking escort quest. It's taken so long. So boss fight incoming. So we're gonna pop the trinket, get the fairy fire out, put our treants down, get our dots up, and then we start Starfire. Starfire, one more, then I reset. Pop the second trinket, get the dots up again, into more Starfire. Starfire. Boom. Boom. 3000 crit. Absolutely massive. Balanced Druid is carrying the group. And it's complete. So let's jump out here, see what we got to work with. Ah, yes. Let's see, increases healing done, spell penetration by 20, healing done by 54, and damage done by 19. Like I need to check what my current healing and damage by 25. Okay, so that's an actual healing upgrade for me, the cryo mitts. So I'm gonna choose those. There we go. Now we're gonna see, can I buy some? I can buy some water off of this guy. Absolute legend. That's good. Now I'm gonna leave the group, and now I'm just gonna have to figure out a way to get up to my questing area here again. So maybe this is the way up, I don't know. I honestly always Hearthstone after a dungeon in Auchendoon. Let's see, yeah, we're gonna throw ourselves into queue again. Mana tombs. There we go. This place is so cool though, like honestly. There we go, we're out. Okay, let's see here then. I'm gonna be questing here a little bit later. I'm gonna start by doing these quests, and then I'm gonna be heading down to this place over here. And then I'm gonna be doing the Firewing Point quests. And sort of finishing out my plan for this character is I'm gonna be doing Terracar leveling for quite a bit. Like I barely touched Sangramarch. I did Hellfire and a lot of dungeon spam. So we're gonna Terracar, Nagrand, a little bit of Blade's Edge if we have to, because then I can farm some enchanting recipes while we're doing some stuff. And then I finish up in Shadow Moon. Now I know Shadow Moon is probably not the best zone to waste your quests in, because they give quite a lot of gold at max level. But on the same time, like I need to start my Black Temple attunements and stuff on this character. I have all the other attunements done on my Alliance characters, so I'm already attuned for Kara, TK, and SSC on this guy. So I can literally just jump in if I don't want to. I think I'm going to be doing the quest as well, just because I kind of enjoy them. But still, it's... I need to do the Black Temple attunement because I'm going to be hard swapping to Horde. So then I need to I just need to make sure that I get that done in a reasonable amount of time. And Terracar is also like one of the zones that I enjoy the most in the Burning Crusade. It's pretty cozy. I mean, just look at this place. So here we go, we're gonna heading up to this Skedis area. Let's get the Thorns buff up and then we can start farming. I don't know, I might also like, when I'm thinking about it, like maybe I should try the sod fresh stuff. For content, maybe, you know, depends on how many people are gonna be watching. Like, I don't know, but we'll see. Pop the trinket, get our treants down, stun them. You know, outdoors, druids are the absolute best levelers in my opinion. Like the crit chance on your Moonfire is so crazy. It's insane actually. Let's see, there we go. Let's just throw out regrowth on ourselves. Innervate on ourselves. And then off we go. Oh, 2,500 crit. It's also gonna be pretty interesting to, you know, finally see how long phase 2 is gonna be. Like it's been like a month right now, maybe. And yeah, I don't know how long they're gonna wait until they release Black Temple. I cleared everything except Lady Vash on my Alliance characters, so I've seen all the content. Then it's like, you know, I still need to get Vash down, and I enjoy looking forward to doing that on this balanced druid. Boom. There we go, 5 out of 30. I know a lot of people say like you should play Feral whilst leveling, and sure, you know, Feral might be good. I'm not saying anything about it. I just couldn't get into it. I just think overall I have a really tough time leveling melees. You know, I just enjoy playing casters and healers as often as I can. Then as well, you know, it's the only melee that I kind of enjoy leveling so far is like the Enhancement Shaman, but that's just because of Wind Fury. Like, who doesn't like Wind Fury, to be honest with you? And if you don't like Wind Fury, you're an Alliance sucker. You probably play a Paladin and just watch, you know, One Piece or some other anime on your other screen while you're leveling. So I got about an hour until I need to leave for golf. 1 hour, and how many percent do we have? 40% should be doable. There we go. Sit down and drink again. Pop some coolies. And this is also like, I don't know what you guys are doing, but personally, I can share one of my newbie tales. Like, when I just started playing this game, like, I would see it as a flex that I didn't need to use any DPS cooldowns while I was leveling. So I would like run around with my Death Knight that I was leveling back then. You know, Frost Death Knight that had that massive cooldown called Pillar of Frost that like increased your strength by 25% on a 2-minute cooldown. I would just never use it, and I would flex to my friends about how I could kill mobs in the open world without using the cooldowns. All the while I was just slowing myself down and wasting my own time. They were laughing at me hysterically, of course. Like, but that's the thing, you know, when this game has been a part of your life, like I played since 2009, you have so many like memories. So many small like anecdotal things that just pop into your head when you're going around somewhere. Okay, good. Let's disenchant these. I'm gonna have to start leveling my enchanting soon too. You know, I got so much arcane dust, and I'm only 302 in skill. So I need to start getting that profession up there. It's gonna be expensive. I did it on my Alliance Priest. It cost me like 3,000 gold to get that last rod and all of the recipes that are necessary. Here we go, sit down, drink. Personally, I think that Phase 3 will release at the end of July, like maybe a month to go, something like that. Maybe mid of August, you know, if they want people to get back from vacations. $16 out of 30. Oh shit. Okay, the last altar. Oh fuck. I had low health. Let's see. Let's put that out to, you know, sort of get roots and heal. Like I said, druids in the open world are just an absolute menace. Like, I can root you, I can cyclone you once I'm level 70, I can stun you, I can kite you, I can do whatever. Because in the open world, you're basically my little bitch. And massive crits as well. Good. Let's get a new Thorns buff on. Oh, it's only rank 6. I need to go and get my rank 7 Thorns. There we go. Boom, boom. Oh, those crits are so satisfying. Need 6 more feathers. Picked up the Eye of Skedis. Let's go cat form for reduced fall damage. And then let's head to the other camp and pick up the last pieces we need. Restoring the light, so I can turn that quest back in when I'm hearthstoning. So we're gonna complete this quest and we're gonna run down to the camp and pick up some more quests that we can do. There we go. Okay, so the last bracer must be up high. It's one of those eyes I need, right? Yeah, it's one of those eyes. So now we need to get up here. Four more feathers, and we're off. That's also a pretty good thing about druids, you know, even though we're mainly casting our arcane school, if we get kicked we can just switch to casting nature school. Which is pretty... yeah, it's pretty good to know, you know, so you don't get stuck as sitting there waiting. There we go, 3 more. Boom. So give me that eye, good. I have Shellinor, now I just need 3 more feathers, and I think we're just gonna jump down here. Enter cat form for reduced fall damage, and now we're just gonna start farm and pop the cooldowns. Get the treants out. I'm gonna go get another mob. There we go. Boom. If I just get 2, that's 1. Give me 2 now. Come on. Ah, fuck. 0. Ah, yeah. Let's go for another one. Innervate on myself. Boom. I need 2 more feathers. Come on, give me 2 more feathers. Come on here. Oh, there we go. 2 more feathers. Sweet. So next up, let's head down here. Pick up a lot of quests. Right now I got 15. I'm probably gonna have to empty out my quest log a little bit. So let's see. Can abandon that one. I can abandon that one. Can abandon that one. These guys are fishing. What legends. Watcher, let's I'm gonna clear up my quest log here. There we go. I can pick those up later. Start off, I always forget this otherwise, pick up the flight path so you don't look like an absolute idiot when people want you to fly somewhere. The umbrella seeds. The birdie boys. Vestment of the spirit wolf. Picking up a quest. First time I don't see a warlock standing in a back alley, to be honest with you. Finally warlock's getting some good representation. Okay, so there we go. All the quests accepted. Now let's just start heading out here. So I'm gonna start by picking up the seeds that I see, and like these took me an age to find back in the day. Like I wasn't even looking at them back then as well, you know. And when this launched in February, I played on my work PC, and the graphics were so fucking shit that I couldn't even see things that were, you know, sparkling on the ground. Okay, so now we're gonna have 12 tails. It says it has an 80% drop chance. I'm gonna call bullshit on that because I've done this quest before. I'm probably gonna have to kill like 100 of these to get 12. There we go. Whisper, mana tombs. So we're going to invite to mana tombs. / party, heal or DPS? Question mark. Heal please. Okay, so I'm gonna swap myself to healer and let them get the last DPS. A mage, good. That's actually sweet. There we go. I'm gonna kill. Oh, I wish I had a PvP server. I would gank the fuck out of this hunter. Oh, if I would have played on Spine Shatter, I would have been the worst guy ever. I would just be running around starfiring people to death. 2.5k. They want us to fuck. They want me to summon? Yeah, sure, I can summon. You absolute dipshits. Oh shit. Okay, so they want me to summon them. I have to get up on my mount and just go. Let's see. Apparently this mage didn't want to port from Orgrimmar to Shattrath to help me summon, so Paladin has to go himself. What a legend. He's at the auction house and then he can go. What a man. Let's just sprint here. Let's go. Where's the pally? Let's switch to a restoration spec. Here we go, and I also need to swap some gear, so I'm gonna put on the cryo mists. Swap the offhand. There we go. And it's, let's see, 57. 40, yeah, it's just better at in every way. So let's just throw on the rest of rings as well. And now we can just, wait for our good friend Bane is almost here. Look at these guys. They just want us to PvP them. They're just farming PvP. What absolute legends. How did I get entered into... Oh, Jesus. XD. Ah, rest from the boys. How nice. Then off to Mana Tombs we go. Okay, let's see, how much water do I have? 53, I think I'll buy one more stack. Just because I can. So, second dungeon of the stream, boys. This time we're gonna be healing. This is my main role, so I probably can give you like a little bit more insight here. Trade. I wonder what kind of water he has. Does he has the good water or does he has the bad water? Trades me one stack. What a legend. But it's the bad water, so it doesn't matter. So let's go, boys. So just make sure to keep your life bloom ticking on the target at all times. I have this wonderful weak aura to help me keep track of stuff. And I also have a weak aura. I let it fall off just because I'm talking about it. I also have a weak aura showing on my frames when it's getting a bit low. There we go. So there we go. Position myself so that I can pull even though I don't have full mana. This is also a thing you like need to accept a little bit as a healer, is that you're never gonna be able to do full mana all the time. You need to be able to play with a little bit less mana, you know, and just spam those strings in between pulls. So there I just actually let that life bloom just tick out on him, because it was gonna help to top him off. Last pull-in, good job from the tank. Lower rank rejuves on the group, just in case something is gonna strike them. Max rank regrowth and rejuve on the tank. Keep the life bloom ticking. I'm gonna refresh my life bloom and sit down and drink a little bit. Spell healing power trinket. Get the max rank regrowth out as well. Oh, I'm so fucking stunned. Or not stunned, I was just kicked, but you know, you get the drill. Those are some big Shadow Priest pants, not gonna lie. Good, keep the hearts rolling, and I might also like throw out some. In fact, that's never seen that Overwolf app stuff. Interesting. Sit down and drink a little bit. %, will do. Throw out the life bloom on the tank. Pre-hard him, get another drink in. See how much mana we can get. There we go. So this boss does some random spike damage when he's throwing stuff on the players, and they're also, you know, gonna damage themselves when they strike spells while he's reflecting. So nothing new here. I usually just keep dots rolling on the entire party. And I'm gonna throw Innervate on myself here because I just might need it. As you can see there, that paladin, he probably threw Hammer of Wrath on the boss when he's reflecting, and Hammer of Wrath is a spell, so he just gets clapped. Boots of the Outlander, male, hunter boots. Spirit shard. There we go. Let's go. Hope this tank can pick up some pace, so I don't have to fucking wait, because I got golf in an hour. I need to hit at the ranch before we start playing. So they're just letting them know we need to keep some pace, and they do. There we go, like I said, just keep the hearts rolling, it's all gonna be fine. Position yourself so that you can drink and they can pull at the same time. Good last pull here by the paladin tank. He's gonna actually get some credit for that. Major mana potion. Good last pull here again. Oh shit, I'm feared. And I got this debuff on me that I fucking hate. Let's clear the curse of that guy. So now we got the buff active, the tower buff. Experience gain increased by 5%, damage increased, and yeah, that's a pretty good buff. That's why I'm going to be staying in Terracar for a while, for as long as I can before stuff starts to turn green. Because 5% might seem like not that much, but it's more than nothing. Oh, the group is going to a standstill. Let's see here then, another lost pull. This Bane guy actually seems to know what he's doing, which is pretty good. It makes things a lot easier. So I'm gonna be a good Tauren here and I'm gonna run in and stun everything, just to help him out. Refresh. Refresh, refresh. Pop some coolies. I got kicked, so I lost my fucking life bloom. Just use the Wombo combo, Nature Swiftness Healing Touch, to get the group under control. Keep drinking. Good pull here, make sure to get some mana up. There we go. Come on, Bane, pick up the pace. There we go, that's a good pull. Now go for the next one, Bane. Go for the next one. There we go. It's a pretty good looking mace, not gonna lie. Anyway, let's go. Come on, Bane. Oh, it was LOS. Oh, the mana leeches, they're fucking mana drain. Stay in max range. So now my group chat starts exploding. Come on, Bane, you don't need full mana. You got you got Seal of Wisdom. Just wisdom the mobs and you'll get some mana back. He's using LOS though, I'm gonna give it to him. Good. Oh. Stay away from the elementals, they hurt. And they drain mana. Come on, Bane, you don't need full fucking mana, let's go. Just put wisdom up. Nice, losing his healer as well. What a guy. That's good. There we go, Innervate is working. Like you could see there, I got like a full mana bar. That'd be a good Druid. Throw up the... Oh shit. Oh, that's incredible. I got the Crystal Prison without any hots on myself. Oh, that's unfortunate. But they got this. If Bane just could use Lay on Hands on himself. He'd use Bubble instead of Lay on Hands. What a guy. 'cause I'm lucky. Congrats on the mage and getting that staff. Now I'm gonna buff everybody up. There we go. And I'm gonna sit down and drink a little bit. So we're closing up on the end of the dungeon here. Just hoping that it will go smoothly all the way in. How the fuck did I die there? Like, how is that even possible? Oh yeah, the mana leeches, they explode. Well, I just gotta buff myself again, and then we keep going. Right now it's me slowing this group down, and that doesn't feel that good, not gonna lie to you. There we go. I really don't like slowing people down. I wanna be respectful of people's time. So we got 2 of these rooms and then we're up there. Gonna be interesting to see if we can make this before I need to go golfing. Hopefully I do. I am not gonna be running into melee. I am, however, going to be using a mana potion that I loaded. Oh, there we go. Good there. Let's keep moving. Good work from Bane here, keeping the pulse going. There we go. Oh, arcane fiends, they explode, they hurt. Good job, boys. Let's get some mana back up here so we can keep going. I hate that debuff. Silences me and makes me take a lot of shadow damage. Come on, Bane. Keep the pace. Good, Bane, let's go. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. There we go. I also need to like make sure that I can make some gold, because I'm gonna need that epic flying, because I want Raven Lord on this guy. Innervate on myself, just so the group doesn't have to wait for me. Congrats to Bane turning 64. Which means that he has full mana and doesn't have to wait for anything, but now we're back at the good pace. We got what, like 4 trash packs before the last boss? we go. Now it's just the last room left, just the Nexus Terror, and then we're in the last room. But I could clearly like feel the no, like I done some runs with like spell cleave groups, paladin tank, resto druid, 3 mages, or maybe like mage warlock. It's a massive difference. Oh shit, I'm gonna get feared into the mobs. Oh shit, I'm gonna aggro the mobs. Come on, Bane, we have the end in sight now. Let's go. Let's go. I got golf to play, but I don't want to leave you guys hanging. I'm gonna throw an iterate on myself here just to get some mana back so we don't have to wait as much.
What is this? God, you must forgive me, but I was not expecting company. As you can see, we are somewhat preoccupied right now. But no matter, as I am a gracious host.
Okay, let's go here. Last real trash mob. Good work on the mage there. Getting the last couple of things. There we go. Now I just need to drink some mana. So there we go, last boss here. Let's go, Baney boy. He actually pulls the ready check. What an absolute Chad. Yikes, that hurt. There we go.
I have such fascinating things to show you.
There we go. Now we got everything under control. I just need to get my hearts back up. People were taking a lot of damage there, so I had to burn through a lot of mana just to keep people alive. So this is gonna be a bit of a priority race, you know, who am I gonna be able to heal and who am I not gonna be able to heal. But he's got so little health left, so he should be fine. You know, we got to see just that mage and hunter pumping. Come on, there we go. Let's get the loot. Well, Hunter's gonna be happy about that one. So, that's it for today, boys. I'm gonna be heading off to some golf. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you on the next stream. Ciao.